Good morning to all of you. Once again, we are in the digital class of the Community Medicine. Our today's topic is epidemiology and its concept. So, first of all, definition of the epidemiology. You all know that epidemiology is the branch of the medical science, which is the study of the epidemic disease as a whole. As for concerning the definition which is given in the medical books, the study of the distribution and the determination of the health-related state or the event in the specified population and the application of the study to the control of the health problem is the concept of the epidemiology, in which we have to go for the proper study on some points. These are the component of the epidemiology. Main component of the epidemiology is the disease frequency. Second component is the distribution of the diseases, and the third main component is the determinant of the diseases. But before go to the explanation of the component of the epidemiology, we have to go for the aim of the epidemiology. What is the object of the study of the epidemiology? According to the International Epidemiological Association, epidemiology has the three main objects and the aims. Out of them, first is to describe the distribution and magnitude of the health and disease problem in human population. Second one is to identify the etiological factors, means the risk factors in the pathogenesis of the diseases. Pathogenesis means the phenomena in which the progress of the diseases occurs in the community. And third one is to provide the data essential to the planning, implementation and evaluation of the services for the preventing and controlling activities and for the curative activities of the diseases, and to the setting up of the priorities among those services. So these are the main tasks of the aim. So it is very important part of the study of the community medicine. So first of all, we have to go for the explanation of the disease frequency. Equally inherent in the definition of epidemiology is the measurement of the frequency of disease, disability or the death, and the summarizing this information in the form of the rates and the ratio. For example, prevalence rate, incidence rate, death rate, these are very important. Thus, the basic measures of the disease frequency is a rate or ratio. These rates are essential for the comparing the disease frequency in the different populations or in the subgroups of the same population in relation to suspected causal factors. Such comparison may yield important clues to the disease etiology. This is a vital step in the development of the strategies for the prevention or control of the health problem. Equally, epidemiology is also concerned with the measurement of the health-related events and the state in care utilization and the variables such as blood pressure, serum cholesterol, height, weight, and its respect. The epidemiology has the features of the quantitative science. Much of the subject matter of the measurement of the disease and the health-related events falls in the domain of the biostatistics, which is the basic tool of the epidemiology. So second topic or the second component of the epidemiology is the distribution of the disease. It is well known that the disease or for the matter health is not uniformly distributed. मीन्स कहीं कोई बीमारी ज़्यादा फैलती है, कहीं कम फैलती है इन द ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन. द बेसिक tenet of the epidemiology is the distribution of the disease occurs in the patterns in a community, and the patterns of the may lead to the generation of the hypothesis about the causative. For example, risk or factors in important functions of epidemiology is to study these distribution patterns in the various subgroups of the population by time, places and persons. That is, the epidemiologist examines whether there has been an increase or decrease of the disease over the time span, whether there is a higher concentration of disease in the geographical area than in other, whether the disease occurs more often in men or in a particular age group, and whether the most characteristic or the behavioral or of those affected in the different form, those not affected. Epidemiological or epidemiology addresses itself to a study of these variations or the patterns which may suggest or lead in a measure to control or prevent the disease. An important outcome of this study is formulation of the etiological hypothesis. This aspect of the epidemiology is known as descriptive epidemiology. So this is also very important component of the epidemiological study, by which we have to go for the knowledge that how the disease is distributed in the community. Somewhere it is more, somewhere it is less, and what are the causes of the such type of the variations of the distribution in the community. They are also collected by the study of the epidemiological study. The second component, which is known as the determinant of the disease. Determinant means the factors from which the disease occurrence is based. So, a unique feature of the epidemiology is to test etiological hypothesis, means positive hypothesis, and identify the underlying cause or the risk factors of the disease. Means what are the causes in the such type of the problem in the community in the particular area, they have to be identified. This requires the use of the epidemiological principles and the methods. This is the real substance of epidemiology. The aspect of the epidemiology is known as the analytic epidemiology. Analytic strategies help in the developing the scientifically sound health programs and interventions and policies. In recent years, analytic studies have contributed vastly to our understanding of the determinants of the chronic diseases, for example, of the lung cancer and the cardiovascular diseases. So these are the main components of the epidemiological study. So they must be learned in this topic by all the students, and the next topic which we will discuss is the epidemiological approach and the basic measurement in the epidemiology in the next topic. Okay, thank you. Lot of thanks to all of you.